What's up, beautiful magical people? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I am. Please excuse my hair. Okay, I am a mommy and I don't have time to do my hair, so it's usually in like a messy bun like this all the time. And yes, so let's just jump right into this video. As you guys can tell from the title, it is my 2-week postpartum update as well as 2-week baby update. Oh my gosh. So right now I am 3 weeks postpartum. Today's like Tuesday, Wednesday morning or whatever. But yes, I wanted to do my 2-week postpartum update, and then I'm gonna try to do it 3-week postpartum every so I think I'm gonna do like how I did it when I was pregnant. So if I am 4-week postpartum, that's me when I'm gonna do my 3-week. Oh, my baby, hold on, my baby's crying. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry, guys. Whew. Mommy, what do you call it? Mommy, whatever. Mommy duty. Oh my god, my brain is so crazy. But anyway, yes, guys. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So anyway, let me jump right into it before my baby wakes up again. Yes, 2 weeks postpartum. So let's talk about it really quick. Nothing really happened pretty much, except my high blood pressure got out of hand and I was hospitalized. I was hospitalized for 2 days because of my high blood pressure. Usually, guys, if you guys don't know about pressure, usually pressure perfect is 120 over 80. I used to have perfect pressure. Like every time I went to the doctor, every time it was always 120 over 80. Especially when I was pregnant too, same thing, 120 over 80, 120 over 80. Until I hit 33 weeks pregnant, that's when it started getting a little bit high. It was like 138 and 130, 140, something like that. And I always thought it was because me and my husband used to argue all the time. Like, I mean, pregnancy and after pregnancy, like, is a bitch. You know, your hormones, your emotions, everything like that goes crazy, goes haywire. And yeah, so like, I was like really I'm sorry. I was really emotional during my whole pregnancy. So me and my husband fought like a lot. And I'm gonna make another video, hopefully, if my baby doesn't wake up, after this video, talking about that, because I really do want to talk about that, and that's something that I really do want to talk about. But anyway, I always thought it was because, you know, we used to argue right before, and so I thought, oh yeah, I'm stressed, my pressure, whatever. But then at 33 weeks, it was a little high in the beginning, and then of my doctor's appointment, and then towards the end, it went back to normal. So I thought, hey, it's okay, whatever. Then I went for my 35 weeks, same thing happened, but it took a little longer before my pressure went down. They tested it like 4 times, and then it went down. And then at 37 weeks, they tested it again. It never went down after a whole bunch of time. And so the doctor told me, hey, go to the hospital, get it monitored. And they monitored me, and it was okay. It was normal. It was fine. So then they sent me home at 37 weeks. 39 weeks, I went for 38 weeks. And then they wanted to see me again, like, not 39 weeks, but like again at like 38 weeks and like 6 days or whatever. So I went to see them at 38 weeks and 6 days, and my blood pressure was high. So they ended up saying, okay, get monitored again, go, and if it's still high, we're just going to induce you, so, you know, we can do that. They went, it was normal, but they're like, hey, you know what, we're just going to induce you. We're not even going to wait. We're not even going to do this. That's how I got induced and how I got my baby at 39 weeks and 2 days maybe. Or 1 day actually. 39 weeks and 1 day. No, 2 days, because the Friday was when I turned 39 weeks. But yes, so that's how I got induced for my baby. But anyway, that is what happened at 2 weeks postpartum. I ended up going to the hospital because my blood pressure was high, and it was really high. I had a nurse, from the hospital. I signed up for this program where they come to your house at 2 weeks, which is really good. Any of you guys have that opportunity from your hospital, take it up. It's really helpful because I had so many questions about Jace and so many questions about, how I'm feeding him. Is his umbilical cord good? And you don't want to just call the doctor. So this nurse comes 2 weeks to your house. It's really easy. She checks the baby, checks the baby's weight, checks on you, asks you a whole bunch of questions. It was so helpful. She took my pressure. My pressure was high. It was 171 over 110 or 115, something like that. That is extremely high. That's actually in the severe section. So she was like, I don't want to tell you to go to the hospital, but we need to put you on pressure. Apparently I was supposed to be on blood pressure medication when I came out of the hospital, but no one actually wrote the prescription and put it to my CVS. So she called my doctor, harassed my doctor ended up calling me, asked me what was the pressure. We checked it again. It was actually 164 over 110. And he was like, whoa, that's a little too high. I want you to go to the hospital right away. She goes and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, it's fine. Because, going to the hospital, whatever. But then she explained to me, she's like, oh, when you go to the hospital, they're probably going to put you on a 24-hour magnesium drip. Which I was actually, when I was in the hospital delivering Jace, I was on a magnesium drip. And so I knew what that was all about. That helps. It's a preventive medication, so you don't have a seizure or a stroke or all of those things when you have high blood pressure. But I didn't end up getting that, thank God, because I hate it. I hate being on IVs. I hate it so much. But they monitored me for 2 days, and then they released me. But yes, that's what happened. She ended up telling me, she's like, yo, you're probably going to stay there for about 24 hours. And they're going to monitor you and do all of that or whatever. And they'll give you a room with a crib so you can have your baby there. But you cannot take care of the baby yourself. Your husband has to be there with you the whole time with the baby. So she ended up telling me that. I ended up going to the hospital. I had an issue because I went to where I thought I was supposed to go. And they were like, no, you're supposed to go in the ER. I went to the ER. They're like, oh, it's going to be a 2-hour wait. I'm like, I have a newborn. I didn't want to be in the ER for 2 hours with my newborn. And they're like, oh, sorry, I can't help you. And I'm just like, oh, my God, I'm so upset. I told my husband to wait with our baby in the car because I felt like I didn't want them to leave. I didn't want them to go by themselves and things like that. And so he waited in the car. When he went to the car, they ended up calling me, checking my blood pressure. It was 180 over 120, I think it was, and it was really, really high. They ended up rushing me to the where I ended up going beforehand. Who told me, yeah, I'm not supposed to be there. We ended up going to the same place, and I'm just like, really, like, I could have just did that or whatever. But I ended up, the baby and my husband ended up coming with me, and they gave me all of the stuff, but I decided I opt out on having my baby with me for that whole time, because then I don't think my pressure would have been, really good. Like, they would be monitoring me and doing the things, and I just wouldn't be focused on me if I'm focused on Jace. And so I said, hey, just go to grandma's. And he went to grandma's, stayed at grandma's, and I told my husband, just go home. You go home, have a good night's rest, do, chill, stay out how you're supposed to stay out. And we will get baby in the morning when I'm out and everything like that. So he ended up staying for a little bit. We brought baby to grandma's, and then he went home, and then he ended up going to grandma's in the morning, but they were like, oh, we'll wait until you need to be discharged. It didn't seem like they were discharging me that day, and I was really disappointed because my birthday was the next day, and I was just like, oh my God, I don't want to have my birthday in the hospital. But they ended up discharging me late, like at 7, 8 o'clock at night. And we ended up going home. But yeah, that was pretty much it for my 2-week postpartum. That was pretty much it. Really what was severe was that my high blood pressure. They ended up prescribing me medication for my blood pressure, which is labetalol. Labetalol 300 ml. Yeah, 300 mg of labetalol. So that is what I'm taking. I have to take that 3 times a day, and I have to take it at exactly the same time as I always take it. Yeah, this is going to be a long video, but not too long. So this is only going to be like a 2-part video. So this is the end of part 1. Guys, I hope you like this video so far, and please stay tuned for part 2. So